What the deal, my people? You know who it is. It's a Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you with another one, and this one is Jaime Lannister, Fool's Gold. Now, it seems to me that a lot of people, they have this like romanticized or this romantic type situation going on with Jaime Lannister. And it's not just the chicks who got a crush on him. I see a lot of dudes that man crushes on this dude. Now, and I see that a lot of people who read these books, they believe that Jaime is on this huge redemption arc. But there's too much blood on this man's hand for him to be redeemed in any way. I don't care what anyone says. And that is what I'm going to try to prove in this video. Now, to prove my point in this video, I'm going to touch on 3 important events in Jaime's life. And 1 is pushing Bran from the tower. 2 is saving Brienne from the bear pit. And 3 is killing the king. Now, I know it is unfair of me to take a quick snapshot of someone's life to try to explain his whole life, but I'm Tony Teflon, I'm the Don, and I'm going to do it anyway. Now, who is this Jaime Lannister? Sir Jaime Lannister, known as the Kingslayer, is a knight from House Lannister. He is the second child and firstborn son of Lord Tywin Lannister of Casterly Rock and his wife Joanna Lannister. He is the twin brother of Queen Cersei Lannister, older brother of Tyrion Lannister, and one of the Kingsguard. Now, what we know about Jaime Lannister, he's the best looking guy in the realm. He's the best fighter in the realm. He belongs to the richest family. And these things make him very arrogant. They make him very amoral. And it also makes him very dishonorable. Now, if I took out the best fighter, and I used those same words, I could describe Cersei to a T. But nobody thinks she's redeemable. Even though I believe that he's done far worse than Cersei has ever done. So first, let's start with pushing Bran out the window. Now, while at Winterfell, Jaime and Cersei attend a feast given by House Stark. Now later, after the feast, they are caught having sex by Bran Stark. Now, this is a point that I think that people overlook about Jaime Lannister. Now, when Bran is first caught, Bran is shocked that he's caught, and he almost falls from the tower. But Jaime pulls him up. And then after that, Jaime pushes him out the window, hoping that he dies. And why does he do this? He hopes that he dies so he cannot tell about the affair he's having with his sister. So, a selfish act by Jaime trying to kill this kid. So, could have saved him. He could have said to the kid, hey, you didn't see nothing, boy. Just go. Or who would have believed that kid over them anyway? But no. Jaime Lannister had to push him from that window. Number 2, saving Brienne. Now, this is a thing that I don't think he should get credit for at all. Whatsoever. Not whatsoever. But people want to give him the credit for saving Brienne. And I don't understand why. Now, after Jaime comes to terms with Roose Bolton, saving himself, Roose leaves Harrenhal to join King Robb at the Twins. Jaime, this sneaky motherfucker he is, tells Roose to give Robb his regards. After that, Jaime then begins his journey to King's Landing, and he goes there with Maester Qyburn. Now, Maester Qyburn is there basically to keep him healthy and keep him going while he's doing this. But on the journey, he falls asleep on the weirwood stump. And it's after this dream on the weirwood stump that he decides to go back and save Brienne from Bargoho. So, this is not Jaime Lannister being heroic. He was going there and he just came to his senses and said, hey, I gotta go back and save this chick. He was influenced by a dream, probably sent by Blood Raven, somebody else who keeps sending Jaime dreams, and that is what made Jaime go back. And that's the bottom line. Not anything that he did on his own. And that's that. Now, number 3, killing the king. Now, as a king's guardsman, you are privy to all the king's secrets, all the king's affairs, and everything the king's planned. So, your number 1 rule is to protect the king. and then protects the king's family. And this is the #1 vow that Jaime had, the youngest Kingsguardsman of all time, and he could not keep it. Now, I know he gives you a reason why he had to kill the king. So let's look at the reason why he gave Brienne why he had to kill the king.
He told me to bring him my father's head. Then he turned to his pyromancer. Burn them all, he said.
So, if you look at that reason, to me, that is the biggest, most bullshit reason I have ever heard. Ever! Now, let's take a look at this for real. First, Jaime, on his way to the throne room, first comes across Rosar. Now, Rosar is dressed as a common soldier, and he's hurrying to the postern gate. Now, at this time, Jaime attacks him, and Rosar tries to defend himself, but he stood no chance against Jaime Lannister, who was one of the greatest fighters in the realm, who basically gutted Rosar with no mercy at all. After that, Jaime goes into the throne room, and he gets in there through the king's door. Now, he finds Aerys in there, alone, pacing. And when he comes up on him, the king sees the blood on Jaime's sword. So he demands and asks him, hey, is that Lord Tywin's blood? Because I asked you to bring me this man's head. Otherwise, if it's not your father's blood, you need to go and burn with the rest of those traitors. He told Jaime after that Rosar was on the way to give his enemies a very warm welcome. Now, asking once again, Jaime, whose blood is on this sword, Jaime finally answers that it's Rosar's blood. Now this makes the king become very scared, and his mouth drops in shock. Shocked that Jaime would do this. Shocked that Jaime would break his Kingsguard vows. So Aerys shook, lost control of his vows, and shits all over himself. And with his shitty ass trying to flee, he gets grabbed by Jaime Lannister from behind and dragged up the steps of the Iron Throne. And they said that he squealed like a pig as Jaime cut his throat and killed him with one single slash. So, you're gonna tell me that Jaime Lannister was justified to kill Mad King Aerys? Shit. Hell no. Think about it. Jaime Lannister was 17 years old, in his prime, and he had no other choice but to stab a man who just shit himself? A man who was not old at this time. I think he was probably 39 or so at this time, but his mind was gone. Shit his pants. Jaime couldn't just grab him, knock him out, hold him until somebody else of an older age could have came and decided what to do? No. He could not. And that is because from the jump, when he went in that room, he went there to kill the king. And now he is trying to use this whole thing of him burning the city as an excuse for the reason why he did it. And this is the reason why he keeps getting haunted by the nightmares, because he knows he did wrong. And that is the bottom line. Jaime Lannister will die. And he may try to do something heroic before he does. But
A good act does not wash out the bad, nor a bad the good.
His whole book, he has done nothing for anyone but himself. He has fucked over his own family. After he has leaned on his family's fucking name his whole life and taken every benefit he could from being a Lannister. But when it came time for him to do his duty, he turned down his father every time. And he could have became Hand of the King, helped out his sister, tried to get shit under control for his own fucking bastard ass disgusting kids he has with her. But no, he can't even do that. Because Jaime Lannister is nothing but fool's gold.
Will this work as a table, my lord?
Oh, yes, this will do nice.
I'm not stumped. You think you're the smartest man there is? That everyone alive has to bow and scrape and lick your boots.
My father.
And if you get in any trouble, all you've got to do is say, my father. And that's it. All your troubles are gone. Have you got something to say? Careful. You don't want to say the wrong thing. You're nothing without your daddy. Your daddy ain't here. Never forget that. Yeah, this should help you remember.
So, if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up and please spread this across the realm and please subscribe. And until next time, peace and stay sexy. Support me on Patreon. $1 a month is all it takes.